This informational and educational video series contains 8 chapters that has to do with the state employees of California that they are in process of decertifying SEIU Local 1000 and want to replace them with their own employee association, CPPEA. Chapter 1 is about an ideal union or employee association. Chapter 2 is about what kind of organization is SEIU. Chapter 3 is about the options that we have. Chapter 4 is about what we have done so far. Chapter 5 talks about what we must do now. Chapter 6 is about what is decertification, and Chapter 7 about is when and how we are going to decertify SEIU Local 1000 and replace it with CPPEA. And Chapter 8 is about what kind of organization is CPPEA, California Professional Public Employees Association. After 4 effective and strong grassroots campaigning in order to reform SEIU, tonight we will be able to tell you and report to you and also give you the alternative of what we thought we should be doing and what should be done. In 2007, we started campaigning against the corruption of SEIU, and we thought we can reform the SEIU, but unfortunately, after trying everything that we possibly could do, from protesting and from participating in elections, going into arbitrations, and also legal actions, anything that we could do, we did, but SEIU is totally irresponsible, unaccountable, and corrupt. We could not do anything about it. And tonight, we are going to present to you 8 informational and educational video chapters, and in each one, we're going to be telling you about what we have seen, what we have done, and what should be done. Chapter 4 has to do what we have done so far by exercising our options and what is the thing that we have learned and experienced. In previous chapters, we told you what an ideal union should be, what kind of union SEIU is, in Chapter 2 of 8, and in Chapter 3 of 8, we told you what are the options. So we tried every single option. And then in process, we went and looked at the laws. We look at every possibility per contract or by policy files of SEIU. We went and followed every step of the way, but never ever we could be in a situation that we could say as a member that this union must be accountable for its action, should have integrity in the way that they're conducting the business of union, the way that they are supposed to and they are obligated to do. What we did was we proved that we have done 100% and fulfilled 100% of our contractual obligation between us and the union who's supposed to provide service to us. What is it that we have done as far as obligation, contractual obligation? Every month we provided 1.5% of our union dues to SEIU, and we expected SEIU in return to do the bargaining, representation, and be accountable and transparent and have integrity in everything that we do. What is the most amazing thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that SEIU is not accountable, is not transparent, and it is not a union that is the problem. Our expectations cannot be met because we have expectations from trade union, from employee union, but SEIU in nature is not a union, is a business and political entity that is there to protect their own interests and to make sure that these union dues are coming in. So therefore, they negotiate contracts behind the closed doors, and then in process, they say that they spend $7-8 million of expenses for bargaining and charge it to fair share fee payer, but actually is a total waste and fraud because they don't tell us how they do it. $7-8 million. If you look at other unions or employee associations like Engineers of California, Scientists of California, or Psychiatric Technicians of California, which are employee associations, effective and efficient, small, with a lot smaller and lower union dues. Even engineers and scientists who make twice as much as we do, they pay half as much as we pay to our union. Because the union, their employee association, is about providing service to the members. They don't get this big chunk of money and they give it to the politicians. To the politicians that are only looking to SEIU to survive, to be able to be re-elected. They don't care if the money comes from us, so then therefore they're there to protect the interest of SEIU versus us. So we have done everything that we could do, and we have come to this conclusion that there is no way under any circumstances possible, anything that you can think of, that you can correct SEIU, or you can get SEIU to listen to you, even by going for election or going arbitration or going legal action. You cannot do anything because they have $63 million that they fight us, and then they can defeat us. In last non-germane objector that we did in the 2011's non-germane objector, we proved something very interesting, that it tells us what we can do from here on. The option that we have is to decertify SEIU, and we got together, thousands of us. You gave power of attorney to me, and that was very successful. And we have to do this. More of us should participate and create more unity and power, and we go decertify SEIU Local 1000 and replace them with CPPEA. And this is the end of this chapter, and the chapter 5 of 8, we will tell you what we must do from here on.